Hi Internet, welcome to today's edition of Stop and Think, the puzzle channel. I'm your host, John Appleseed. Let's do a Sunday crossword puzzle from the Washington Post. The constructor is Evan Birnholz. He does the Sunday puzzles for the Post. The title of this puzzle is What Keeps Me Up at Night? So maybe we'll see some answers related to insomnia or something else. And this was posted on the 22nd of June, 2025. I'm going to play solo. And let's get into the puzzle. One across is groups of bison, herds of bison, I think. One down, lodging option for a traveler on a budget, a hostel, a youth hostel. Two down, like former members of a certain military force, X something. 19 across is ornamental type of daisy. Oxeye is a kind of daisy. 23 across with some circles in the grid. Drain the slime created by the 99 Luftballons band. 99 Luftballon. Remember that song? Nena was the singer for the band. Drain the slime created by Nena. And the title was What Keeps Me Up at Night. 25 across. Okay, I wondered if maybe these were linked, but I think they're separate. 25 across has a separate clue. Do a farming job and then do an usher's job. Okay, I'm going to need some crossing letters for that and then figure out what the circles are doing. 27 across, you said it, man. That's true or true dat, maybe. 31 across, CPR experts are emergency medical technicians, EMTs. 39 across, soap maker's ingredient could be lye soap. Ex-army could be members of a certain military force. Public stature is your repute. Fractions of newtons, I think that's from physics. I don't know what it is though. 5 down, sesame seed bun from the McDonald's Big Mac jingle. Looks like true dat will fit for 27 across. Dying is something from physics, isn't it? Sap blank. Sap could be drain. Nena is the Luftballons band. Sap Nena's slime. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, 6 across. Compound that Alfred Nobel used to develop dynamite. Briefly. TNT or nitroglycerin. Yeah, nitro for short. Put an R there. 6 down. Makes less cluttered. Neatens. 7 down. 9-time champion of the Japan Figure Skating Championships. I'm going to guess Midori Ito as a figure skater who has 3 letters in the last name beginning with I. 8 down, sharp part of a rose would be the thorn. 9 down, demolished, razed a building. Patriot Allen of the Green Mountain Boys, Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys, who they attacked Fort Ticonderoga and seized the cannon, I think, if I remember history class. 10 down, give me a moment, one sec, maybe. And 28 across, go back to 0 could be reset. Sap Nena ooze. Okay, so ooze is slime. Nena is the band. Sap is a verb here, meaning drain. You're going to sap Nena ooze. And the circled letters spell snooze. What keeps me up at night? So a snooze button would be something that lets you get a couple more minutes of sleep. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with the theme. We'll figure it out. 24 down, things chosen by expectant parents, names. True dat. 32 across, proceed aimlessly, to meander. Fits there. 29 down is end of a writing assignment. Not sure about that. 11 across, felt blank pen, a felt tip pen. 11 down, bakery product, could be a tart, like the Knave of Hearts made. 12 down, chiller of rinks and drinks, ice would fit. 13 down, legume that torments a princess in a fairy tale. Peas are legumes, and That's The Princess and the Pea is the fairy tale in question there. Game 1 starter. This is from baseball. You want your ace to start game 1, your best pitcher. And 25 across, do a farming job, then do an usher's job. That elided at G on the end of farmin means we may have to do something similar in the answer. So reap could be a farmin job. Seat would be an usher's job. Sapnina ooze isn't really a word, or doesn't remind me of any real words, so I'm not sure what's going on. 14 across, bridges of airplane, that's Lloyd Bridges. 22 across, rain gutters locales, or the eaves of the roof. 14 down, camera glass would be the lens. 15 down, cut with a surgical beam of light, to use a laser or laze, could also be an S there. 16 down, hey, look this way, over here. Look over here. 17 down, apt anagram of I, yay, both words for yes. Spring forward initials, daylight saving time, DST. Let's put an S there for lays, to make seat, the usher's job. Reap and seat. And rest are the circled letters, which is kind of keeping with a sleep theme. 30 across, blank friendly, user friendly. And 26 down, 124 across, dispenser. We'll come to that later. 34 across, uncle, symbolizing the 76 across. Yeah, we'll come back to that one later. 36 across, The Last of Us network. I haven't seen the show, but I think it's on HBO. 37 down, cause of one's downfall. Your bane leads to your downfall, your doom. 38 down, newspaper submission. An op-ed or an obit, maybe, an opinion editorial page piece. 41 across, type of tide, caused by a dad who plays a board game involving settlers. Okay, the board game is probably Catan, Settlers of Catan. Type of tide is neep. And I see catnap might fit into the circles. Don't know what that letter is going to be. 34 across, what was that? Uncle symbolizing whatever 74 down is. California's capital, informally. Sacramento. How do you say that informally? Don't know. Farm insect is probably an ant, like you have an ant farm, or you might when you're a kid. 48 across, religious subgroup is a sect. 45 across, short-legged hounds, basset hounds. Bassets, maybe. 40 across is stretch as the rules, to bend the rules. 33 down, easy on me. Singer, is that an Adele song? Not familiar with it. 46 down, past, present, future, etc. are tenses in language, grammar. 47 down, prepare as 42 down. That might be tea. Yeah, Darjeeling is a kind of tea. How do you prepare tea? You steep it. And 53 across, I'm hungry, let's eat. California's capital. 50 across, considering everything, in all, I would say, I'm not quite grasping the theme today. 50 down, goddess worshipped by pharaohs, probably Isis, the Egyptian goddess. 51 down, twangy sounding, could be nasal. 52 down, demi of euphoria. Don't know that. 45 down, like Skeletor's skin. He was the bad guy in the He-Man cartoons. I think he was blue. I remember him kind of purplish. Pleasant outside, balmy. It's nice and balmy weather today. 56 across, order to actor Mineo and an MLB official to stay close. Okay, Sal Mineo was in East of Eden with James Dean. Sal Ump is the umpire. Stay close. Say something near. Sal ump, be near. Slumber is the circled letter here. Okay. All right. 62 across. Phrase of empathy for another's experience. I see you. Do you feel seen? Yes, good. Don't know that. Coleman Hawkins instrument for short. Don't you know he was the king of saxophone? Yes, indeed he was. That's the Manhattan Transfer version of the song that he's famous for that I can't quite think of. Body and Soul. 73 across. Strip steak setting. Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Strip. Oh, and gambling, like a gambling stake. Okay. Las Vegas is where you might talk about the Strip or your gambling stakes. Parker of mascots. Posey Parker. Yes. And protuberance is a bulge. So nighttime activity that's been interrupted in the starred answers. Sleep, what keeps me up at night. So our themed answers are words for sleep in the circles, but they're being interrupted by these phrases, which I got to say are a little bit nonsensical. I don't know if are they meant to sound like things or, yeah, I don't know. Tenses, join with stitches is to sew. Crosscut saw is a tool for 54 down. Okay, so that all looks right. Did I check 29 down? End of a writing assignment is your eraser. That's the end of what you're assigned to write with, I guess. Okay. And 59 across. Let's try that. Baked, as from weed. You're baked, you're high. You're under the influence of marijuana or weed. Lots of words for that. I don't know 1 in 5 letters. 64 across. Feels really hot. More hot than balmy, I guess. 70 across. Condition that I was recently diagnosed with. And a word whose letters interrupt the circled words. Okay, maybe this is Evan Birnholz speaking to us. Oh, this is what's going on. Okay, sleep apnea is a condition related to problems sleeping. So we have the word apnea. Oh, okay. Well, Evan Birnholz, I see you, and I have some empathy for your experience. I also have some problems with sleep apnea myself. So we take the word apnea, we intersperse it, or we're interrupting it is interrupting a word for sleep. So take sleep, but then apnea is interrupting it. So we have snooze being interrupted by apnea. We have rest being interrupted by apnea. Here we have, this would be a P, Catan Pa. Okay, that's where dad comes in. Catan Pa Neep is the tide. Okay, yeah, all right. Slumber being interrupted by apnea. 59 across, that's the baked. Is Sacramento known as Sacktown? I used to live in Northern California, but not in the Sacramento area. I don't recall ever hearing Sacktown, but yeah, I'll allow that. So Uncle Sam, USA is probably what 76 across is, and pump is whatever dispenses 124 across. I'm going to trust to luck there. 49 across, conveyed, born. 55 across, run as colors is to bleed, like you might do in the laundry if you put your colors in with your whites. 59 across, baked on, I'm not sure. Feels really hot. Swelters? I'm sweltering. 43 down, one at the top of the order. That's probably a monastic order. The abbot would be the head of a monastic order. 44 down, warrior actor Nick Nolte. On pot is baked from weed. 60 down, prerequisites are needs. 61 down, checkered pattern. Plaid is a checkered pattern. Let's try swelters for feels really hot. Okay, I'm glad I figured out the apnea bit because I was a little bit confused by what was going on. 71 across, blank rock and roll to me. It's still rock and roll to me. Can't quite think of the lyrics, but yeah, that's a catchy song. 76 across 50 state countries, the USA. That was linked to Uncle Sam up there. 77 across like smartphone, photos, digital, I think. 65 down, deluxe could be rich. Isn't it rich? Aren't we a pair? One who keeps turning around, one in midair. So let's try stale for unlike fresh bread. Racer on a snowy hill is a sled. Basketball Hall of Famer Drexler and Bonnie's partner in crime inspire awe. Clyde is Bonnie's partner. I want to say Clyde is also Drexler. Is it something like a pair of Clydes? We got 2 stars here, but no circles. So again, I'm confused. 79 down, Polo rival. Polo like the fashion brand? I don't know. Barriers one may storm. You can storm the gates. Played around with. Toyed? So what have I got wrong in 65 down? Deluxe. Ritzy. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. So Ritzy, kind of like the Ritz Hotel, putting on the Ritz. Toyed. Izod is a brand of a fashion brand. They had to make the alligator shirts, I think. Barbarians at the gates might be being stormed. Inspire awe. They dazzle. Clyde's dazzle? I think Clyde Drexler is right. So this would be Clyde's dazzle, but this has 2 asterisks by it, which would seem to suggest that it's like an Uber theme or something like that. So you'll have to figure that out. Timmerman, who once held the shot put world record. Don't know that. So far for 70 down as yet. And Wolf actor James Spader, I guess. I haven't seen Wolf, but yeah, he's very good. 82 down, practice piece, an etude would be like something you use to practice your piano skills or something. Moved laboriously, trudged, looks like it will fit there. 86 across, what a biped stands on, 2 feet. Biped means 2 feet. Ulf is a German name, so Ulf Timmerman looks like it will fit. 81 down, most playfully shy, coyest. The most coy. Good day, mate. Or good day, mate. So maybe that's ahoy, mate, suggesting a nautical mate here, maybe. Bowl-shaped pan could be a wok. And 69 down, of this planet, earthly. Okay, so what is 80 across? Single blank healthcare. That should be an R for earthly and single payer healthcare system. 75 down, extended rec time. Is that vacay? Your recreation time is extended. You're on vacation. Partner of Ionic and Corinthian among the orders of classical Greek architecture. Okay, one of the very few things I know about architecture, but the 3 kinds of pillars are Ionic, Doric, and Corinthian. I think Corinthian is the fanciest one. 83 down, blank vu, already seen in French. Déjà vu, that is a song, but déjà vu is the only lyric that I remember, so I'm not going to try and sing that. We'll end up with another, it's still rock and roll to me. 84 down, racetrack shape is oval. 85 down, Sound of Metal, Oscar nominee. Not familiar with that. She is a Diamond musical, that's Evita. You let down your people, Evita. You were supposed to have been immortal. So yeah, that's from the play, the musical. She is a Diamond. 94 across, another double asterisk clue. One whose footsteps match the rhythm of Duke Ellington and Miles Davis songs. Okay, jazz. Both Ellington and Davis are jazz giants. Jazzy Walker. If if you walk in a jazzy way so that your footsteps match the jazz rhythms, you're a jazzy walker. Clydesdale. Clydesdale. We are adding 2 Z's. So Clydesdale, the horse, is catching some Z's. It's sleeping. I guess it doesn't have any problem with apnea. Here, a jaywalker is catching some Z's. We're inserting 2 Z's into jaywalker to make jazzy walker. Okay. Brownie a la mode for 101 across. Riz is a director name, R-I-Z. I don't know the last name, but yeah, that kind of looks all right. Expert is a wonk, 495 down, a policy wonk. Small battery type is a AAA. Looks like that will fit. Phillies fodder. Oh, that's hay. So what is the expert? Not wonk, but I don't know. LP player. A record player. Is it mono? 103 across. You can't make a silk purse out of one. That sow's ear is the phrase. Can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. 92 down. His eyes were positively blazing. His face was blank pale. Jonathan Harker's description of Count Dracula from the Bram Stoker version. His face was deathly pale. Just a guess. I don't remember that line. I did read the novel at one point. Interesting the way Bram Stoker set it up. It was an epistolary novel where the story is told through letters and even like recordings of the characters are sending to each other. Kind of an interesting format that doesn't come across in the films. Spiritual teachers are gurus. For 93 down. Deus Ex Machina is a plot device. Yeah, God from the machine. 98 across, Hem's partner. Hem and Haw, probably. 106 across, San Blanc, Italian port. Probably a lot of things that could be. 110 across, working on the Atlantic, say. The Atlantic magazine. Your staff at the Atlantic magazine. 107 across, LP player. I've looked at that. Don't know what it is. 113 down, tax filing month is April. 114 down, Venetian 3 is tre, and there's 3 in the corner, losing its religion. 85 down, Sound of Metal. I just can't think of that. I'm thinking of Baz Luhrmann. So I don't know a Riz. 108 down, Should That Happen? If so. And 109 down, Come Clean with up, to fess up, maybe. LP player, hi-fi, high fidelity stereo would play a long play record. 113 across, tasseled hats worn while withdrawing money from a banking device. ATM fezzes. Okay, ATM fees is catching some Z's here. Fezzes, yeah, are the tasseled hats. ATM is the banking device. Riz Ahmed. NBC's Meet the Press is their Sunday morning press show. Mulligans are do-overs or redos. Riz Ahmed, okay, that does ring a bell. You're a whiz if you're an expert at something. Okay. 115 down, veer suddenly could be zig or zag. Zig, maybe. 120 across, Noah's ship is the Ark, so it is zag. Noah's Ark. Time in Veracruz. Mexico. Time in Mexico would be hora, H-O-R-A. I don't know. Shell station fuel is gas. So era. What is Veracruz doing there? Era could be a time period. Era means era in Spanish, I think. Also a word for was. Poses a question, asks. Time in Veracruz. Okay, I'm not sure I'm understanding that. Arc looks right. Gas looks right. I like ATM fezzes. Okay, I'm going to have to trust to luck there, I think. 110 across, working on the Atlantic. maybe you're at sea. Just as you were going, leaving me all at sea. The clouds broke, they broke, and oh, what a break for me. So I think Roscoe Orman, I remember the actor who played Gordon on Sesame Street was named Roscoe. Just kind of one of those trivial facts that kind of sticks in your head. So I'm going to try that. Weans for gets off breast milk, like you would do with a child. Fills to excess, sates. Kansas City Monarchs, first baseman and manager Buck O'Neill. I think with an I. I remember him from Ken Burns' baseball documentary. History final section could be an essay question on your test. Organization in spy novels is CIA. So here, what I hope I'll be able to do better with my CPAP machine, and what 3 phrases in this puzzle do to create the double starred answers. They catch some Z's, 1 Z and a plural endings. Catch some Z's. Yeah, okay. Well, I certainly hope Evan Birnholz does well with this condition and doesn't interfere with his crossword creation, or more importantly, with his health. 106 across San Remo, maybe? 106 down, it may or may not be a true story. Don't know. 98 down, Montana's capital. I think that's Helena. 99 down, leaves speechless, amazes. 100 down, career lows. I'm not sure. Let's try San Remo. The worsts of my career. Gnarly could be tubular. For 111 across. A rumor may or may not be true. Septet plus a duo would be 9 instruments. A nonette. Pipe in a smoke shop could be a bong that you might use to get on pot. And here's grass and bong crossing each other. Green blades, I think that's grass. So I think G finishes the puzzle. There we go, 26 minutes for a Sunday puzzle, in line with my usual time. I had some trouble figuring out the theme, as you saw. Apnea helped me figure out why these phrases didn't quite make sense, but it is apnea being interrupting words for sleep. And then we switched to a second theme. I've seen puzzles that kind of do that, but this is an interesting twist. I haven't seen one quite like this. We need to catch some Z's. Hopefully Evan will be able to do that with his CPAP machine. All right, that was a fun puzzle. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.